Hello everyone, Namaste. This is your astrologer Shyam from Atma Shuddhi Astrology, and this is a very important topic in the Pariharam segment, and that's for IVF. In vitro fertilization is very, it's getting very prominent in this world. Every nook and corner, we can find, IVF centers or IUA hospitals promoting artificial embryo development and childbirth. So that's the case right now. But then IVF is a very painful and expensive process, especially for the woman who goes through it. And there are different ways that one must perform the parihara to really get through with the IVF process. Normally, it is always advisable to perform any parihara for about say 120 days to 150 days just before the onset of an event or any specific cause or purpose that you wanted to achieve in your life. But then for the IVF, it's a very long process. Even before you start off the process, when you even think about getting into the IVF process, you must start the parihara at least 90 days or 120 days before that. And then it doesn't stop with that. IVF actually it has got about say 5 different stages through which they develop that embryo and transfer that to the uterus of the female. And during every stage of the IVF conception, you have to perform the parihara homam and then get through with the process. Say for example, the day of that specific stage, the day before and the day after, you have to cover everything with protection. You have to clear the karma. You have to clear all the blocks, all the chatrus, all the lineage karma, so that that specific process gets into its full form, and then you would be able to move on to the next phase. Say for example, IVF, it is actually divided into 5 stages. The first stage is ovarian stimulation, where they give external shots and injections to produce eggs into the female body. Usually in one cycle there will be only one egg production, but then here in this ovarian stimulation they produce multiple eggs because they don't want to take a chance. They want to produce as many healthy eggs as possible, so that at least in one of the eggs they are able to get through with the fertilization. So that is one of the key things. And during that ovarian stimulation, you have to perform the parihara. The next, after the ovarian stimulation, even during the ovarian stimulation, there is one more stage called where to make the egg more matured, they will give another shot. So during that stage also, it's better that you perform the parihara so that you get matured eggs in a much healthier way. And the next phase is that there will be some kind of egg retrieval which will be done after the formation of the eggs in the ovaries. So that egg retrieval is a process where they capture the healthy and fully formed eggs, so that externally they can combine that with the sperm and then forward that for the fertilization process. So that is the stage 2, which is egg retrieval process. During that stage also, you have to perform the homam and parihara puja. And the third stage is actually the sperm collection, which is usually collected from the male partner or the donor for that matter. But however, in most of the places, it's all very legalized, where everything is very confidential and it is done in a very proper methodical fashion. And during that sperm collection phase as well, you have to perform the parihara, because it has to be very healthy, and it must be of a higher consciousness. No, it must not have any karmic mess. So there are too many things around it, so that you are able to get through it with with a lot of divine grace. So that is stage 3. And the 4th stage is fertilization and embryo development, where they combine the egg collected through the egg retrieval process and also the sperm collected during the 3rd stage. They combine both, and then they form the fertilization process for the embryo development. That's a very crucial phase, where they develop that embryo into a fully formed being. And during that phase, it is better that you perform lots and lots of fire ritual or homam, so that it gets a lot of that divine light and energy for its full formation. And the 5th stage is embryo transfer, where using a very thin catheter, they will be transferring that fully formed embryo into the uterus of the female, and then it has to stay there for a considerable amount of time and observation, and then after that they will confirm that the baby is formed. So these are the stages of the IVF process. And during the embryo transfer also, you must do the parihara, and then till it is confirmed in about say another 15 days of time for the overall confirmation of the embryo development into your uterus, till that point in time you must definitely do that parihara. And post confirmation of the fetus, you have to continue the parihara for the rest of your pregnancy gestation till you deliver the baby, because there should not be any ups and downs or any twists and turns or any surprises which could harm you and the embryo. So it has to, you have to just deliver the baby in a very, very appropriate time. So till delivery time, probably you have to perform the parihara as per the horoscope of yourself and your partner. So usually in the Sabdamsha chart from Jupiter, the 5th lord and 10th lord are taken for the parihara, and it has to be done in a very, very strong manner consistently, and you have to give a lot of dana, and alongside the rituals. So ritual combined with dana will produce a lot of good results, and you have to clear the lineage karma so that you are able to stay with that embryo, develop it, and then finally deliver it as a baby. So this is a process. It's not very easy as far as this IVF is concerned. I know people who have gone through 6 to 7 cycles of IVF completely, but yet didn't get through with the baby. However, after performing the parihara for a considerable amount of time, considerable amount means in this case it should be months and years of parihara, and very desperate parihara. It is not just showing an incense, going to a temple, and then touching your tummy and saying that you haven't formed the baby. So it is not that easy. It is karma. When the ambitions are higher, when the karma is higher, then the rituals should also be higher. It's like you cannot get away with it by doing simple things and then aiming for something which is much larger than life. So that is the thing that I wanted to emphasize in this video. And if you have any doubts about this, please do reach us out. And if you want any personalized consultation also, you can always reach us out on the number given on the screen. So we would be able to look into your chart, go through the Sabdhamsha, and then suggest you the right remedies which would help you to go through the process successfully. So that is the key thing. And apart from that, please do share this channel with your friends and pals around the world so that they also get to know lots of good things in astrology and astrological principles. Astrology is all about remedial measure. When you do the remedies, you will be able to clear a lot of karma and grow in life and clear all the problems. So that's what I have rishis have told. So which I am happy here to share all this information with you with the blessings of my teacher Sri K.B. Gopalakrishnan. Thank you really so much, and keep watching this space for more interesting updates on astrology, astrological principles, spiritual principles, and mundane astrology predictions. Thank you so much. God bless you all.